Welcome to your Straight Razor Edge Friday special, your first straight razor shave pass 1, 2, and 3. Hey, Eric here with Adventures in Wet Shaving, and welcome back. It is good to see you. My one word is heart, and I put my heart into everything I do. And I believe every time you shave with a straight razor, you're getting a better shave. Stay tuned to the end. I have a question for you. Let's look at the hardware and software starting right now. For our razor, we're using the Friedr & Son Ace of Spades. This is the number 49. That is bone with inlay. This is a 15/16 blade. It is a full hollow. And this is going to be shave 63 on this premium Imperia Roccia extra fine natural stone edge. Yep. And for our soap tonight, here we go. We're going with Derby. Now this is a shave stick and its brother is Arco. They have basically the same scent. This is, I believe, a touch harder than the Arco shave stick. For our brush tonight, here we go. We're going with the Connecticut quarter brush. This is a brush that I made. I had an old handle, and that is a Maggard razor 22mm synthetic knot. It is sunk pretty deeply in this handle, so it's got nice backbone, and it is a fine brush. Yep. Now, I did have that soap blooming here in the bowl. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pour that off, and we're putting that on as a pre-shave. Yep. So we're going to just get that on. Like that. Lathering for pass 1. All right. So we're going to take this brush. We're just going to get it wet, and it's a splash and go because it's synthetic. So we're going to get out pretty much almost all of the water. And now I am going to go ahead and we're going to get this lathered up. Yeah, I need to load that brush, and we will go ahead and try to get a nice pasty load on that brush and make sure we have enough soap to do this shave. Yeah. So I just swirl it around, and not a ton of pressure. All right. I'm going to put a little more water in there. I think we could benefit from that. Now, we're not going to try to make a lather in this bowl. I'm going to face lather, but we need to load that brush and make sure it has enough soap in it to do what we need to do. Yeah. So we're going to just load that up like that. And putting the bloom water on your face, that is part of my pre-shave routine. Yep. Okay, I think we're about there on the soap. Now, I also wanted to remind you, we do multi-pass shaves, so you need to find out how your beard grows, because if you go down like that on my face, like that, that is going to be with the grain, and it's easy. It's really easy. If I go the other way, it's really tough, and that's against the grain. And then you go sideways to that, and you've got cross the grain. Now, it's important that you know that, because we do multi-pass shaves, all right? And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and get our lather on. Yep. Just like that. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and paint in some water. And let's start building a lather. Yeah, this soap is nice. It has got a wonderful, to my nose, citrusy lemon scent, and it's quite nice. It is. I really enjoy it. And it is really quite a good shave soap. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice? Wow, already. There we go. Put that brush down. Get those hands rinsed off. We're going to dry them off as well. Pass one. I'm going to hold that razor just like that. 2 fingers in the front, 2 behind, and this is how this is going to work for me. Now, for pass one, what we're looking for here is a with the grain pass, because that is going to be the easiest for most people to do. And most people can do their cheeks really easy. Now, you may be different and your mileage may vary on that, but whatever is the easiest for you to do, start there with your dominant hand, all right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that razor flat like that, and then we're going to raise it about a spine width, and that is going to give us that approximate 20 to 30 degree shaving angle. And that's what you're looking for when you're shaving with a straight razor. Now you want to get to shaving as quickly as you can when you put that soap on the face and build a lather. You don't want it to dry out. If it does dry out, just relather, okay? Add water to the brush and relather. All right. Now I'm using short, easy strokes and taking care of that beard really well. Now we're going to do that mustache area. I'm going to come in and scoop down. All right. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to try to hone in on that proper shaving angle. Here we go. Now, all of that was with the grain. Get that blade cleaned off like that. Now, what I want you to do is, on that first pass, go with the grain primarily. Now, for me, on each side, it is across the grain, but everything else I'm doing is going to be with the grain. Now, let's continue with that chin. Just like that. And we're going to rinse that off, wipe the blade. Now we're going to get over here, find that bump. And you're going to, when you're learning to straight razor shave, you're going to want to get comfortable. So, for example, you could just do your cheek for the first day, okay? Then shave any other way that you would normally shave. But go ahead and just shave what you're comfortable with. And shave that until you're comfortable to move on, all right? Now, here we go. I'm switching hands again, and I've got 2 fingers in the front, 2 behind, just like before, and this is my non-dominant hand. Now, this brings up a point. If you can, switch hands, because you will be able to get a better shave that way. Nice. There we go. Now we'll rinse off that blade again. And what I'm doing is I'm getting from like here down wet. When I put it in the sink and I just jiggle it, here down gets wet. The hinge pin and the scales never get wet. Very important. From here down can get wet, but from here up should not. And then I wipe off the residual, just like that. Now let's get this side. There you go. And felt good. Yeah, it did. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get some water and rinse that off. Nice. That is good. All right. Now, if you've never shaved with a straight razor before, you may find that you don't think this is sharp enough for you to shave with. Now, this edge is shave ready sharp, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you're used to a DE, SE, or shavette, you will be using a machine sharp blade, where a straight razor is hand sharpened, okay? So it's a totally different animal. Now, if you get that new razor and you feel that it is tuggy, it may not be the edge. It's quite possible that you're going in there with an angle like this instead of an angle like that. Now, the trick is with this, you know, if you have that kind of an angle, you could get away with that with a DE or an SE or a shavette, no problem. But with a straight razor, that is going to be nothing but irritation. You're going to want about that much of an angle on that blade. And if you do that, I will guarantee you, you will have a lot less irritation when you're shaving. These straight razors are honed by hand, and it will never be as sharp as your machine sharp DE or SE or shavette blade. Lathering for pass 2. Yep. Now, I set that brush down, and as you see, it is got soap all over it, but that's fine, no big deal. You could always put it in the bowl. I normally tend not to, but you could. And if you bowl lather, then definitely keep it in the bowl. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I got soap going everywhere. That's normally a good sign, by the way, because I use the wet brush technique to lather, and you can get lather pretty much everywhere, but it is going to be good lather for sure. Now, here we go. That's starting to look really good. Oh yeah. Now we're going to just go ahead, put a little more water in that, and work it just a bit more. And let me encourage you, all right, to find the right time to shave with a straight razor. Find enough time that you can really enjoy it and relax. Like with me, this is enjoyable even to lather. I really enjoy that, as well as the shaving part. So find the right time. Now for me, it will be in the evening or late afternoon after work. That's when I have the most time. And believe me, when I started, all right, it would take me an hour to shave, to do full 3 passes. And you need to have that time so you can relax and enjoy it. All right, so keep that in mind. There you go. Yeah, buddy, that's good. And look at that brush. Isn't that great? So now I'm just going to rinse off those hands again, and we're going to get those dried off. Now, there are 2 schools of thought for doing pass 2, okay? You can either go against the grain or you can go across the grain. If you want to go across the grain, you can hold that ear and go across like that on both sides, just like that. Or you can do what I do. I go against the grain. Now I will hold my razor like this with this finger here, and that thumb there on the tang. And that makes that razor really stable for me. The easiest way for me to do it. And as you saw, I started stretching down here, and as the razor went higher, my stretch hand moved with it, okay? You need to move with the razor to be able to stretch the right part of your face, all right? You don't want to overstretch, that'll give you ingrown hairs, but you will want to get a good stretch that will flatten out the skin. That way it won't bunch up and you get a cut, yeah? Now, right through here, this is going to be totally against the grain. All right. Now, good time to remind you, okay, when we're shaving, you're going to shave perpendicular to the blade. We do not shave sideways. If you shave sideways, you will get cut, and that's bad. So we always go perpendicular to the blade, all right? Now I'm going to find that speed bump so we don't have a problem. And I'm going to stretch. I also switch my hands because we use both hands, all right? All right, there we go. Now, when you're going against the grain, what you're going to be looking for is something less than that 20 to 30 degree angle. Now, I barely have the spine off of my face, when I'm going against the grain, because that is the most comfortable for me. So start off with that blade flat on your face, raise the spine a little bit until you find that right comfortable angle for an against the grain pass. Now, this is going to be totally against the grain on my cheek. And I'm actually holding the razor here with my thumb here on the tang, that finger on top, that on bottom, and the handle resting there. Let's do this. And you see how I keep moving that stretch hand. Now, a little bit of pressure on that blade. You don't want a lot of pressure, okay? You just need to have that razor stay in contact with your face. Now, I'm switching hands again. This is my dominant hand. Got the thumb here, finger on top, and that finger on bottom. Again, this is just in that hand like that. And this is the best way I've found to do this. Now, let's find these bumps. Yeah, I got something going on there. Still don't know what that is, but it's okay. It'll be fine. Now, again, pretty much flat. Now, that was completely against the grain. This will be as well. There we go. Now, get that razor clean, wiped off, and I am talking too much. There we go. Relathered the face. That way, we're going to get a comfortable shave. Now, across that mustache area, that is going to be across the grain. Down here, that's going to be with the grain. Let's do this. We'll find those again. And if you are having problems with an against the grain pass, just do two with the grain, all right? You don't have to do against the grain pass. Here, I don't, okay? It's just there's too much going on there. I got scars all through there, and it would be too difficult. So I just do two with the grain passes, and I'm good to go. We just switched hands. I got two in front, two behind, thumb on the bottom there. Now, let's get this other side. Holding my mouth to stretch, using my hand to stretch. Yep. Now, go ahead and get that cleaned off. And Let's see how we did. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, cheeks are good. Yeah, brilliant. Now, we're going to dry that off. All right, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Lathering up for the half pass. Yep. Now, basically, I have found for myself that I do not need a full 3 passes. And maybe you don't either, okay? Maybe it's something that we think we need, but maybe we don't need it at all. I found, because in the beginning, I was shaving 3 full passes. And I found over time that just by doing this half pass, I get as good a shave and less irritation. Let me encourage you to find out what or how many, let's say that, how many passes do you need to get a good shave? Now, I can get a socially acceptable shave with a pass and a half. I can get a brilliant shave with a 2.5 pass shave, and I'm almost thinking you could probably do the same thing as well. All right, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 2 in front, 2 behind again. Now, this is the half pass, and for me primarily that's going to be against the grain on my jawline and my neck on both sides. Right here through this chin area, that is going to be with the grain again, because I don't need to do much more with it. All right, now I'm going to reach around, grab that ear to stretch, and let's do this. Now grab lower. We can stretch further down the neck and the jawline. Checking that, see how I'm doing. Oh yeah, very nice. Now, going to clean off that razor again and get it ready. We're switching over to the other hand. Again, 2 in front, 2 behind, thumb goes there. We're going to do the same thing just with the other hand, because we switch hands when we shave. It is going to be the best way for you to get a comfortable shave all the time. And you'll be able to get places on your face better with different hands than you could with one hand. Here we go. Let's do this. Grabbing that ear. Totally against the grain with a shallow angle. Yep. See how I'm moving that hand with the blade? That way I can get my stretch in the right spot. All right, looking good. Get that blade cleaned off. Now, get this other side. Again, I switch hands to get this other side. We're going to still stretch though. All right, there you go. Another shave in the books. Yep. Now, we're going to get that rinsed off, see how we did. Oh, wow. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic shave. It is. A quick reminder, respect that blade, all right? When you're picking it up, when you're putting it down, when you're holding it, when you're shaving with it, even when you're storing it, I want you to respect that blade, know where it is at all times. So when I lay it down, I can leave it like that, and I know where that is because I'm watching it and I know where it's going. Like this video if you enjoyed it or found it helpful. If you're new to straight razor shaving or been around for a while and this series didn't answer all your questions, please let me know what they are down in the comments so I can add them to the other questions that I have been collecting since I started making this series. And I will add yours to them. Stay tuned for the next Straight Razor Edge Friday special. Click up here to see my latest video. Click over here to see a video specially picked out for you. Click on this one to see how to start straight razor shaving the series. Have a great shave and a good day, and I will see you next time on Adventures in Wet Shaving.